Mark, I just don't know how I'm going to possibly interact with beautiful women. Every time I'm around one, I freeze up and I get nervous. I start stammering and I feel like an idiot, and I probably look like one too. How in the heck am I going to interact with so many beautiful Ukrainian women and not stammer and stutter? Let's answer this together. And I hear you. I believe you. I understand. I've been there. And let's go for it. The number one thing that guys have an intimidation with is beautiful women in many cases. And part of it is because where you come from, there's such a high prized commodity. Somebody who's not overweight, somebody who's actually beautiful is getting hit on statistically over 15 times a day in one form or another, online, in person, whatever. She's flattered and it builds an ego. And sometimes that ego comes off. And so for you to walk into the space of a woman who's feeling that confident about herself because she's reinforced all the time, to match that is very difficult in the West. And there are lots of pickup artist coaching classes, things to do this to help address that. But here in Ukraine, it's a lot easier. They're very open. You just will not believe how open it is to be able to sit across from a woman that would just be a 9 or a 10 back in your hometown who's curious about you and focused, not looking at her phone, just want to know about you. And it can be overwhelming if you allow the beauty to get to you. Now, we do a couple things to help you. First of all, you're going to start communicating with your romance coach even before you come. So you're going to have a chance to get used to the fact that a cute Ukrainian girl who is going to be your wing woman for the week, really is interested in you and very fascinating to talk to and educated and sharp and becomes pleasant, and you become more relaxed in it. So we're going to get you relaxed into that. You're going to have the dinner where you get to hang out with all the other guys and all the romance coaches. And then when you come to the meet and greet events, you quickly learn that all of these ladies truly are just soft-hearted. So there's a process where you warm up to it. But let me give you something right now I want to teach. I've taught this on beauty before, and I want you to really own this for yourself. I believe one of the reasons that men have such an issue with beauty is because it's this vacant part of their life. They live in stark white living conditions, apartment, a house, whatever, where their work environment is simple cubicles or simple stuff. Because they're single, they allow their place to go to heck, and there's dirty clothes everywhere. The dishes pile in the sink. Things aren't cleaned or vacuumed. Their car still looks like a mess. You got empty bottles and cans sitting over here and there. You don't care as much about what you wear because who are you trying to impress? And there's this void in your life of beauty altogether. So all of a sudden you come across a beautiful woman, and there's a part of the male psyche, there's a part of our soul that needs beauty. And so we come across the beauty of the woman, it just overwhelms us. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like a dry sponge, and here's this beauty, and now I don't know what to do with it. It overwhelms me. So here's a simple thing I really recommend to you to do, is to find these different ways. I'm going to tell you right now how to add beauty to your daily life, your daily existence. For instance, I always use the model of the king as sort of a role model for how men can live. And if you look at the role model of a king, in the palaces, first of all, beautiful architecture, tapestries all around. They usually have musicians playing in the courtyard, often dancing girls, and they have gardens, beautiful, amazing gardens. And of course, they dress phenomenally well. And so it just becomes this natural extension. Well, of course, a beautiful woman would be part of their life. It's part of who I am. It's part of what I do. It's expected, and I'm comfortable with it. And so you can do this today in this modern age, adding beauty to your life in all of these ways. I'm going to tell you. First of all, look at your environments, your workspace, your personal home space, beautify it. Add plants, get some pictures on the wall, clean it. If you have to get a cleaner to come in and clean it. You can find them, they're very inexpensive these days to have a house cleaner come in a couple times a month and really give it a once over top to bottom. You'll start to feel better about that. It'll bring energy to you. Your workspace, don't make it a blank cubicle, and don't just put, Donald Duck pictures and cartoons on the walls. Do something, add some class to it. Add some class to your work environment. Clean up your car and get a nice car. Get something that makes you feel good. I remember when I first transitioned from the white minivan, and I got myself my own little Mercedes SLK 230 convertible. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, you can go search for that Mercedes SLK 230 convertible on, Auto Trader and these other places. You can get them for like $15,000. Maybe 5, 8, 10 years old. But I mean, Mercedes lasts forever. And they're amazingly gorgeous cars. And they really last. And they make you feel phenomenal. The same thing is true with other BMW models and Mercedes models. Get those that are 8 or 10 years old. And you're just going to feel so good about yourself and what you drive in. And if you're on a budget. Second thing to do is spend time in nature. Nature is a beautiful cure-all. It is the source of the beauty of God. And there is something that fills you with it. Man, we need connection with nature. It's so overwhelming to us in the most beautiful way. It fills us. We come away from spending time in nature feeling whole, don't you? Haven't you spent time on a camping trip, on a hike, or going to some amazing place, seeing a waterfall, seeing majestic mountains and pine trees, and you come away feeling whole and satisfied and filled in a beautiful, beautiful, powerful way. The other thing is music. I don't care if it's Nirvana, AC/DC, or Bach. Having music as part of your life also fills a place of beauty in your life. And when you add and of course your fashion. And the last component I will is beautifying your body, getting in shape. You need to. It's going to make you last longer. It's going to give you the energy you need for your ambitions. And when you go to the gym regularly, do some weight training, you come away feeling powerful. All of those things add a sense of beauty to you. And then it becomes much more natural to be around beautiful women. You say, of course, I'd have a beautiful woman in my life. It's natural. I add beauty to myself. That is going to help the transition and help you more naturally gravitate to having a beautiful woman in your life. You'll expect it, and you should. I hope that helps. Please comment, ask questions. I want to see all the different comments you have, the thoughts on this, and your ideas and how you add beauty to your life. I want to hear them. Put them in the comments, and I'll look forward to talking to you on the next one.